The Normans were a remarkable people. They began as Viking raiders, striking fear into the hearts of coastal communities. Yet within a few generations they transformed themselves. They became the rulers of England and left their mark across Europe. Their story is one of ambition, adaptation, and lasting influence. The Normans were more than just conquerors. They were builders, administrators, and patrons of the arts. Their legacy can still be seen today in the castles and cathedrals they built, the laws they enacted, and the languages we speak. They left an indelible mark on the course of European history. The story of the Normans begins in the 9th century. Viking raiders, mainly from Denmark, were terrorizing the coasts of France. These fierce warriors, sailing in their iconic longships, wreaked havoc on settlements and monasteries. In 911 AD, a Viking leader named Rollo made a deal with the French king Charles the Simple. In exchange for peace, Rollo was granted a large territory in northern France. This land, originally called North Minorum or Land of the Northmen, became known as Normandy. Rollo and his Vikings, now called Normans, settled down. They adopted the French language, customs, and Christian faith. This cultural blending created a unique and powerful force in medieval Europe. The most famous chapter in Norman history is their Conquest of England. This monumental event reshaped the course of English history and left an indelible mark on the nation. In 1066, Duke William of Normandy, known as William the Conqueror, laid claim to the English throne. His claim was based on a promise allegedly made by the previous king, Edward the Confessor, and a subsequent oath of support from Harold Godwinson, who later took the throne for himself. Determined to enforce his claim, William assembled a formidable army, consisting of knights, archers, and infantry. He meticulously planned the invasion and sailed across the English Channel with a fleet of ships, landing on the southern coast of England. The decisive battle took place near Hastings, on the south coast of England. This location was strategically chosen by William to confront King Harold's forces, who had just fought off another invasion in the north. The Battle of Hastings was a brutal and bloody affair. It lasted an entire day, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The clash of swords, the whizzing of arrows, and the cries of the wounded filled the air. William's Norman knights, with their superior tactics and cavalry, triumphed over the English forces led by King Harold. The Normans used feigned retreats to break the English shield wall, a tactic that proved devastatingly effective. Harold was killed, famously struck in the eye by an arrow, and William was crowned King of England on Christmas Day, 1066. This coronation marked the beginning of a new era in English history. The Norman conquest had a profound impact on England. It not only changed the ruling class but also brought about significant administrative and cultural transformations. It led to the introduction of feudalism, a hierarchical system that redefined land ownership and governance. The English language and culture were also transformed, incorporating Norman French elements that are still evident today. The Normans did not limit their ambitions to England. In 1169, they set their sights on Ireland. Norman lords, invited by an Irish king embroiled in a local conflict, landed in Ireland. They quickly established themselves as a powerful force in Irish politics and society. The Normans built castles, founded towns, and introduced their customs and laws. They intermarried with the Irish and adopted elements of Irish culture. However, the Norman presence in Ireland also led to centuries of conflict and tension. The relationship between the Normans and the Irish was complex and often turbulent. Section 5. Adventures in the Mediterranean. The Normans' thirst for adventure and conquest led them even further afield. Their journey across the Mediterranean was not just a quest for land, but also for glory and riches. These daring knights, driven by a sense of destiny, embarked on perilous voyages, navigating the treacherous waters of the Mediterranean Sea. In the 11th century, Norman mercenaries, renowned for their military prowess, traveled to southern Italy. These warriors, known for their fierce combat skills and strategic acumen, were often sought after by local rulers who needed their expertise in warfare. The Normans, with their distinctive armor and weaponry, made a significant impact wherever they went. They fought for various rulers and carved out their own domains in the region. Through a combination of military might and shrewd alliances, the Normans established themselves as formidable power brokers. Their ability to adapt to different political landscapes allowed them to secure territories and influence local governance. the Normans conquered Sicily from the Muslims, establishing a kingdom that flourished for over a century. This conquest was not just a military achievement but also a cultural transformation. The Normans brought with them new administrative systems, architectural styles, and a blend of cultures that enriched the region. The Norman presence in the Mediterranean had a significant cultural impact. Their interactions with the local populations led to a fusion of traditions, languages, and customs. Markets buzzed with activity as Norman knights mingled with traders from different backgrounds, exchanging goods and ideas. They brought with them their architectural styles, legal traditions, and chivalric ideals. The imposing Norman castles and cathedrals that dot the landscape of southern Italy stand as a testament to their influence. These structures, with their unique blend of Norman and local designs, became centers of power and culture. The Normans played a role in the cultural exchange between the Latin West and the Byzantine and Islamic worlds. Their courts became melting pots of knowledge, where scholars from different civilizations came together to share their wisdom. This exchange of ideas fostered advancements in science, art, and philosophy. Their presence in southern Italy and Sicily left a lasting legacy on the region. The ruins of Norman castles and historical monuments serve as enduring reminders of their once great empire. The Norman influence can still be seen in the cultural and architectural heritage of these areas, a testament to their enduring impact on history. Section 6. A legacy in stone and word. The Normans were prolific builders. Their architectural endeavors were not just about creating functional spaces, but also about making a statement of power and permanence. The construction techniques they employed were advanced for their time, involving skilled labor and meticulous planning. They left an enduring mark on the landscape of Europe with their impressive castles, cathedrals, and monasteries. These structures were not only military fortifications or places of worship, but also symbols of Norman authority and cultural influence. Norman architecture, characterized by its massive scale, rounded arches, and intricate carvings, became a dominant style in Europe. The Tower of London, Windsor Castle, and Durham Cathedral are just a few examples of their architectural prowess. These buildings were designed to impress and intimidate, showcasing the Normans' engineering skills and artistic sensibilities. The interiors of these structures were equally magnificent, with soaring ceilings, grand halls, and detailed stonework that spoke of the Normans' dedication to both form and function. The use of light and space within these buildings created an atmosphere of awe and reverence. The Norman conquest also had a profound impact on the English language. The introduction of Norman French into England brought about significant linguistic changes. This was not just a superficial layer of vocabulary but a deep integration that affected the very structure of the language. French, the language of the Norman ruling class, became the language of court, law, and administration. This linguistic shift meant that English absorbed a vast number of French words, especially in areas related to governance, law, art, literature, and cuisine. Over time, French words and grammar were absorbed into English, enriching the language and shaping its development. This blending of languages created a more versatile and expressive English, capable of nuanced expression and rich in synonyms. The Domesday Book, a comprehensive survey of England commissioned by William the Conqueror, is a testament to Norman administrative skills and a valuable historical document. It provides a detailed snapshot of the landholdings and resources of the time, reflecting the Normans' meticulous approach to governance and their desire to control and understand their new realm. Section 7. The Fading of the Norman Star. Despite their military prowess and cultural achievements, the Normans as a distinct group gradually faded away. They assimilated into the societies they conquered, adopting local customs and languages. In England, the distinction between Normans and Anglo-Saxons blurred over time, eventually merging into a single English identity. In Normandy itself, the duchy was absorbed into the French crown in the 13th century. The Normans, once a distinct and powerful force, became integrated into the broader fabric of European society. Section 8. A lasting legacy. Although the Normans eventually disappeared as a distinct people, their impact on European history was profound and lasting. They introduced new ideas, customs, and institutions that shaped the course of medieval and modern Europe. Their military achievements, political innovations, and cultural contributions left an indelible mark on the world. The Normans were a catalyst for change, leaving a legacy that continues to resonate today. Their story is a testament to the transformative power of cultural exchange, the enduring legacy of conquest, and the enduring impact of human ambition and adaptation. Section 9. Conclusion: The Norman Tapestry. The story of the Normans is like a richly woven tapestry. It is a vibrant and complex tale of conquest, adaptation, and cultural blending. From their Viking origins to their assimilation into the cultures they encountered, the Normans left an indelible mark on the course of European history. Their castles, cathedrals, laws, and language continue to remind us of their enduring legacy. The Normans were not just warriors, they were builders, rulers, and innovators who shaped the destiny of nations. They remind us that history is not a static narrative but a dynamic process of interaction, adaptation, and change.